to recreate the best scenes from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie trailer right here in Brookhaven. I'll need to build a full Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, add creepy decorations, animatronics, and everything else. Alright, here we are in Roblox Studio, and our mission today is to turn all of Brookhaven into a giant Freddy's Pizzeria. So the first thing we're gonna do is head over to the search bar and type FNAF 2. And just look at this, there are so many items we can use to decorate our Brookhaven with a FNAF vibe. One that really caught my attention is this one right here. It's got a bunch of blocks and even air ducts. And this isn't just any model, it's literally the entire map of FNAF 2. We've got all the hallways, the dining area where people eat pizza, the show stage where the animatronics are, and of course, the vents, which I think are where Mangle moves around in FNAF 2, if I remember right. But I'm gonna delete that for now. We're not just loading someone else's build, we're gonna make Brookhaven our own. So, starting with the lobby, the first step is to remove the Brookhaven fountain and clear out all this leftover water and random objects. Basically, we're doing a full cleanup because we don't need any of this right now. Now that the lobby's all cleared out, let's start renovating. I'll select all these base blocks and apply a concrete texture. Then I'll paint all the green tiles black. That way, the floor will match the kind you see in those creepy Freddy-style pizzerias. But of course, we're not stopping at the floor. If we're doing a FNAF floor, we need FNAF walls too. So I grabbed the exact same wall texture from that pre-built pizzeria map, scaled it up to make it look huge, then duplicated it and dragged it to the side like this. We're building a whole FNAF-themed wall setup, but not wrapping it all the way around, because we still need to be able to enter and exit the place. Let me make a few small adjustments to the wall position. Now, I'm gonna cover up the old FNAF 2 map that was there before. And now I'll grab some pizza slice decorations and place them up on the lobby wall. I'll space them out a bit so it doesn't look too repetitive. Actually, new idea, I'm gonna scale them up just a bit. They were looking way too small. Now I can keep duplicating and place them across the wall for a full decoration. But that's not all. I also found this dining table model from FNAF 2. Looks exactly like the ones from the game. I'll just scale them up a little so they're not tiny. Then duplicate and place a bunch, like a full-on party room. And another cool thing I found, these animatronic morphs. I'm not sure if they actually work, but supposedly, if you press a button, you'll turn into the character. We'll find out later when we test the map. Now, one thing that's been bothering me is this super bright sunny sky. It does not fit with the spooky animatronic horror vibe. Next, we're going to open the sky tab, and here, we've got a bunch of sky options. What we need is a night sky, and this one looks perfect. It even has a big bright moon, and honestly, I think that fits the FNAF 2 vibe perfectly. Now the next change I want to make is this. We're going to remove the police station. Let's be real, there's no police in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. They're completely useless in that world. So instead of a police station, I'm going to place a parts and service room. This is the place where they repair the animatronics. Right now, it's empty, but we'll decorate it later. Let me just line it up and place it flat on the ground here, and I'll scale it up a bit so it matches the height of the wall we placed in the lobby earlier. Oh, and I just found something super cool we can place around the map. A claw machine! Let me rotate it so it's facing forward so we can see it properly. Since our Brookhaven is turning into a giant Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza, I'm gonna place a bunch of these around like it's an actual arcade or shopping center. Now, something else I want to change is the floor. I mean, it's a pizzeria, right? So there's no reason to have roads or street lines inside, so I'm deleting all this paint from the floor. I'm going to replace all the roads with proper pizzeria flooring. It's looking great, but to be honest, the floor still feels a bit too dark. Maybe if I change the color to white, it'll brighten things up. Wait, I just had another idea. What if we extend the wall out further this way? That'll give us more controlled space to set up our creepy killer animatronics. And in this same wall, I'm going to leave a gap and place a FNAF-style door. I love how those doors look. So let's rotate it so it's facing forward, scale it up big, like really big. And now I'll snap it into place inside the wall so it actually looks like a door. And just look at that. Can you believe how cool this looks? Now back to the parts and service room. I finally found some items we can use there. I found these 2 deactivated endoskeletons. Check this out. They look amazing. It's been a long time since I played FNAF 2, so I don't remember if these exact models were in the game. But if there are animatronics, then for sure there were endoskeletons like this. So I'm gonna duplicate a few of them and scatter them around. Outside the room, I'll also place some children's drawings, like the ones kids leave at the pizzeria. It's kind of cute. Too bad all those kids probably got taken by William Afton. Alright, now we can grab more wall pieces and close off the pizzeria even further. I figured it would feel too big and empty if we didn't finish enclosing it. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna push the wall farther back, because I do want this to be a huge pizzeria. This way it'll feel a lot cooler. Let me add another wall on this side to fully seal in the Brookhaven pizzeria. Now on the outside, we need to convince people this is a real Freddy's location. And since there's no FNAF 2 logo in Roblox Studio, I'm going to use the logo from the first FNAF movie. Let's rotate it to face forward properly, and now place it right above the door, nice and centered. Hopefully it won't interfere with the door mechanics. But either way, it looks really cool like this. Now here's something else I found found that's perfect for the build. A repair table. From what I remember, the parts and service rooms in FNAF always have tables for fixing animatronics. So I'll use that here, and to go with it, I'm placing a bunch of animatronic heads on top. If I'm not mistaken, these are the same heads from one of the game endings. I don't remember which game exactly, but they look awesome like this. It gives the vibe that they're being worked on or just left in storage. Now one thing I still hadn't added, the toy animatronics. We've got Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, and more. Let's start with Mangle. I'll make her bigger because I want her to look scary. But instead of putting her inside the pizzeria, I'm going to place her peeking over the wall like a giant animatronic titan. As for Toy Chica, I'll place her inside the ice cream shop in Brookhaven. She'll be the server, standing by the counter looking all cheerful or creepy, depending on how you see it. Now for Toy Bonnie, he fits perfectly in the arcade area. With the games and neon lights, he blends right in. And for Toy Freddy, I'm putting him at the front desk, like a receptionist. He's got that presentable look and the microphone like he's hosting a show. Yes, I know the mic is for singing, but still, it fits the vibe. Let me scale him up a bit too, just to make him look more intimidating. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move him out to the front of the store, because now, I'm going to convert this shop into a full-on FNAF themed store. Let's start right now. I'm going to delete everything inside. I want to clear it out and rebuild it completely from scratch. With the space empty, I'm placing this wall segment to section off the area. I'll set the floor to match the rest of the pizzeria, using that same dark texture. But the other walls, I'll keep them more like the original Brookhaven market style. To really sell the idea, I'm going to add a bunch of shelves, so it feels like a proper merch shop where you can browse items. Now I'm going to duplicate some of these shelves because we need space for all kinds of items, plushies, and so on. But to keep the layout from looking too repetitive, I'm also placing a giant plushie right in the store. It's still a bit small for now, so let's rotate it forward and scale it way up. Now for the smaller plushies. I've got 5 of them here, so I'm shrinking them down and placing them on our shelves. Let's treat this like a real shop. I'll place a bunch of plushies here throughout Brookhaven. Even plushies from the future, like the ones from FNAF Security Breach. There are tons of plushies in this set, so to keep it from looking overwhelming, I'll only place some on the shelves and delete the rest. And to run the store, I'm placing Funtime Foxy. Yes, I know she's not from FNAF 2, but she just feels right as the clerk of a plush and toy shop. There are other cool props I can use too, like this little carousel. It's from FNAF 2, and I'll shrink it down just a bit, then duplicate it a few times so we have multiple carousels for decoration or purchase. Another awesome item, Freddy's mask. Look how perfect it looks, just like the mask from FNAF 2. To balance things out, I'm replacing her with the puppet, because let's be honest, the puppet would totally be selling plushies. She was way too big at first, but now I've scaled her down and rotated her toward the front of the store. She's ready to either sell stuff or pull customers inside, you decide. This place is looking super cool now, but one major thing is still missing. Ketchup stains. You know exactly what I mean, so I'm going to place several blood-like stains around Brookhaven, because as we all know, strange stuff always goes down inside these pizzerias. Let's add a few of these splashes on the walls too, like something hit hard and splattered. Honestly, the color is so accurate it's almost creepy. Another fun detail I found, these footprint trails, like someone tried to run away, so I'm gonna spread a bunch of those throughout the building. Someone definitely made a desperate escape attempt from one of the animatronics. And finally, since Freddy's pizzerias are made for kids, I'm going to set up a full playground area. There's a perfect empty space back here for it. It gives the kids something to do while the adults eat pizza nearby. And of course, we can't forget to add the kids themselves. Let's drop in a few child NPCs like this one with the Anubia hat. So cute. This way, the whole place feels even more like a real Freddy's pizza place. Another super cool thing we can add is a statue. There's this Freddy statue that looks awesome. I'm gonna scale it up a lot and place it right here so we can see it from anywhere inside the pizzeria. Now I've also got this other Freddy statue. This one is Glam Rock Freddy from FNAF Security Breach. But hey, no one's gonna complain, right? I'm placing him in a special spot, so let's go ahead and scale him up huge. I'm going to put him inside the Brookhaven mountain. You know how much I love doing that. It always looks super cool. But honestly, this statue is kinda hard to make out from a distance, so I'm replacing it with a better one I found. This statue of Withered Freddy, which I believe is from FNAF 1. It looks way better because it's a gray model, so it's easier to see. Let me place it right in the center of the mountain, and now let's scale it up massive. Alright, now something we're still missing is the security guard's office. You know, the one from FNAF. This one's actually modeled after FNAF 1, but honestly, that's totally fine, so I'm gonna place it right where this tree is. Let me me delete the tree and clear out everything blocking the space. Oops, I accidentally deleted the stores too. Okay, now we have space to drop in the security desk with monitors. It's a little small, so I'm scaling it up and placing it properly on the ground. I'm gonna place the main stage from FNAF. Makes sense, right? They're going to need somewhere to perform. Let me scale it up since it's really small by default. Rotate it so it's facing outward, and boom! Now it's in front of the Brooks Club and the beauty salon, which actually looks really good. One of my favorite things about FNAF 2 is the multi-arcade machine, so I'm gonna copy a bunch of those and place them in the center here. That fills the area and gives it that lively game zone vibe. And we're not done decorating yet. We still need posters, security cameras, you know, the classics of any FNAF location. And of course, some more tomato sauce splatters. This one even has bits of bacon in it. And now, our Freddy's Pizzeria in Brookhaven is basically complete. All that's left is to hop in and test everything to see if it's working properly. Alright, but before I show you how our FNAF build turned out here in Brookhaven, wait, what's that? Is that a child? 2 children? Anyway, before we dive in, I really want you to leave a like and subscribe if you love Brookhaven or FNAF, because I really do, and I think this map turned out amazing. To start, just look at this place. Our FNAF 2 build looks fantastic, especially this whole decorated area we made. It really looks like a real FNAF pizzeria, like right here at the entrance. We've got this giant door, and surprisingly, it actually works. If I move my mouse over it, we get the open button. I clicked it, and it opened, but in the wrong direction, which means we can't even leave through it. Also, we've got a light switch here that makes a clicking sound. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it doesn't actually light anything up. Now over here, we've got Toy Freddy greeting everyone at the front. And our shop, honestly, I think it turned out pretty nice. Maybe I could have added a cash register or something, but overall it looks great. Okay, so one thing I clearly messed up was the stage. It's way too high. I mean, I can climb on top of it, but it's definitely not scaled right for the rest of the map. Same goes for the arcade machines. They're way too tall compared to the player. But honestly, it's fine. Even if the scale is off, the map itself looks really good. I love the decorations, the creepy atmosphere, and even the kids are reacting. Now let's not forget our most cursed area, the parts and service room. It's super oversized. Even the repair table is massive compared to my character. But yeah, it's a creepy place, and that's the point. There are sketches on the walls, endoskeletons lying around. Everything about it feels off and unsettling, but that's what makes FNAF so cool. It's supposed to be scary. Now let's test out the morphs we placed. We've got 3, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Freddy. Starting with Toy Freddy, he actually looks pretty good. Even though he doesn't move or animate or anything, he's just standing there. Still, he looks awesome. But yeah, he's kind of bugged out. Not gonna lie. If Toy Freddy works, maybe the others do too? Let's try Toy Chica. Yeah, I'm clicking her, but she's not working. Guess some morphs just don't cooperate. And yeah, Toy Bonnie doesn't work either. Now here's something I just discovered. If we reset our character, we get this crazy little animation. Watch this. When I hit respawn, my avatar explodes in a cloud of tomato sauce, and we respawn all messed up. I honestly didn't expect that. Did you like our FNAF Haven? Let me know in the comments what other maps you want to see me build in Brookhaven. Thanks so much to everyone who watched until the end, and I'll see you in the next video.